first of all, we go to Thomond Park and we join Shannon and Buccaneers. And the Buccaneers team coming out first, led by their captain Brian Rigney. Brian, of course, who's spent a number of years with Shannon, and in fact there's 2 All-Ireland League medals with Shannon. The Buccaneers side, Robert Lee is at full back, Mick Devan and Owen Brennan on the wings, Conor Gormley and Owen Cobb, and the half-back Simon O'Nott and Steve McIver. In the forwards, the formidable front row of Jimmy Screen, Martin Carroll and Joe McVeigh, the hooker, Brian Rigney and Colin Rigney, and the back row there as well, Donald Rigney, Martin Stefford and Owen Brennan. Now the Shannon team with all the balloons going up. At Shannon, Jason Hayes at full back, Andrew Thompson and Brian Roach in the wings, Colin McMahon and Conor Burke, and the halfbacks Jim Galvin and Simon Johnson. In the forwards we have Noel Healy, John Deegan and Marcus Horan. The second row, John Hayes and Michael Galway, and the back row of Alan Quinlan, Eddie Halvey and Anthony Foley. We're into the first scrum of the game, and the referee is Alan Lewis, and he's penalised the Buccaneers front row. Warren Gatland here this afternoon at Thomond Park to watch the Buccaneers front row, we're told. The Shannon have solid front row as well. So Shannon with the first chance to go on the attack. Jimmy Galvin, a veteran out half, playing as well as ever. John Deegan now to throw into this line-out. Comes back in this cue there. Eddie Halvey stored up for it, but is coming back on the Buccaneers side. And now Shannon have been penalised for going over the top. Alan Lewis points to John Hayes. John, who's playing in the second row this afternoon. And there we have Anthony Foley, captain of the Shannon side. And Simon Allnut puts the ball safely into touch for the Buccaneers. Buccaneers come here on a roll. They're playing very well this season. The surprise packet of the All-Ireland League. And away goes John Deegan. Good drive from the hooker. Passes to Eddie Halvey. Halvey does well. Simon Johnson goes in for it. Michael Galway tidying up as well. John Hayes says get out of the way. And the ball is coming back slowly. But the referee says it was not forward, was it? No, he said it wasn't quick enough. Maybe the ref could have allowed a bit more time there. So he gives the scrum to Shannon. And it goes. Anthony Foley has it at his feet. Now Simon Johnson goes in to Jimmy Galvin. Pass out there, Colin McMahon. McMahon still has it. Good drive from the Shannon forwards and backs. Player's been taken out of the way to make sure the ball comes back. John Hayes says, there you are, Noel Healy. Oh, Noel Healy, that's a great drive from Noel Healy. Noel coming near to his 40th birthday, as well, playing as well as ever. And there's Michael Galway. Well, Shannon are up for this match. They have to win it. And it's Marcus Horan. Marcus Horan, he wasn't tackled. It was a fair try. Marcus Horan, one of the most versatile prop forwards in Irish rugby, crashes over for the first try. You see it coming back now. Simon Johnson pops it up. Marcus Horan, it was only a hand trip, so that's not a full tackle, and he's perfectly entitled to get up, readjust and go over the line. Andrew Thompson doesn't get the convert, so Shannon lead by 5 points to 0. The earlier few minutes, Buccaneers were doing well, but it's Shannon who have come right back. Buccaneers line out, Rigney trying to take it, but it's back now. Noel Healy does a good job there of tidying up. Johnson goes in for it. And Alan Quinlan, the big Tipperary man, drives forward again. Coming back again on the Shannon side. Good control of the ball. Johnson again. This time it's Eddie Halvey goes back inside. Ball hasn't gone forward. And a great kick there from Brian Roach, who's playing on the right, on the wing there for Shannon. And it's a touch. The far side of the field. There's a huge crowd here at Thomond Park this afternoon watching this match. Beautiful afternoon for watching rugby. Eddie Halvey takes it, Johnson, and away goes Anthony Foley, the Shannon skipper, boom through. Johnson again, Michael Galway, that's terrific control. Lovely play from the Shannon pack. Johnson in again, out again to Jimmy Galvin, drop goal effort, but it's charged down. But Ballinasloe, or Buccaneers I should say, it's a combination of Athlone and Ballinasloe. Buccaneers offside, and it's a penalty for Shannon. Anthony Foley has a chat there with Eddie Halvey. And Anthony Foley says, no frills here now, lads. We've just got 5 points on the board. So he wants to consolidate that and go further ahead. And Andrew Thompson obliges. So Shannon now into an 8-0 lead. Pitch is in very good condition here this afternoon. And some of the crowd, in fact, in shirt sleeves. Down goes the scrum. Frank McNamara has come on now, a sub at scrum half for Johnson. Away goes Marcus Horn again. Can the prop get another try? Great drive, and Noel Healy takes that like a soccer goalkeeper. Taken on again. Michael Galway. Galway knows how to score tries. And it's a scrum to Shannon. Well, the Shannon forward pack have upped their game immeasurably in the past few outings. Noel Healy there, very happy the way he's propping against Jimmy's screen in the front row. Noel, one of the stalwarts of this Shannon pack, there he goes. In goes the ball from Frankie Johnson. And Anthony Foley leaves it there. Jimmy Galvin trying to get over on the narrow side. Eddie Halvey. Halvey just a yard shot to the line. Away go the Shannon pack. Can they get over? No, the referee says it wasn't touched down, so he'll give a 5-metre scrum. But it's all Shannon now. And there's their coach, or coaches I should say, Pat Murray and Niall O'Donovan. In goes the ball. Scrum has collapsed, so it'll be a reset again. Now, a lot of options open. Eddie O'Sullivan there, the Buccaneers coach. He's done so well with Buccaneers this season. Formerly Gary Owen winger in Munster, of course. And also USA coach as well. Now that's for Frankie McNamara. Away goes Colin McMahon on the crash ball. Gains a few valuable yards. And it is another Shannon scrum. And Shannon now playing as well as I've seen them play this season. In fact, exactly as the way they played against Lansdowne a few months ago. In goes the ball. Not coming back though, so it'll be reset again. Now maybe they'll work a blindside move here because the line is within sight. Anthony Foley is at the back there. In goes the ball. Foley has it at his feet. Solid scrum. What will Foley do? Oh, between his legs. Frank McNamara goes in. Yes, a terrific try. As cheeky as you could make him. Ball there at Anthony Foley's feet. The Shannon skipper puts his hand just down between the leg. Boom. Frankie McNamara says, thanks very much, Anthony. Watch it again now. There's Foley. Ball is coming out. Just gets it ready. Frank McNamara breaks back. Foley, one hand. Wait. There goes the scrum half. Now the hand laid on him. And in for the try. Well, that's as cheeky a try as you can see. Michael Galway takes the restart. And once again, Shannon go around, Noel Healy in with him, Eddie Halvey, a great drive once more from the Shannon pack. And Shannon really up for it. There goes Alan Quinlan. Quinlan looking for support. He gets his skipper with him. And coming back, but it's a turnover. Ballinasloe turnover, but bad passing there in the backs. Or Buccaneers turnover, I should say. Bad passing there in the backs, and the referee has penalised Buccaneers for going over the top. There's nothing happening for poor Bucks here this afternoon. I've seen them play tremendous rugby above Andrew Thompson, trying to increase the lead. Does he do that? Yes, he does. Shannon now going to 16-point lead by 16 points to 0. Buccaneers in trouble, but as I said, I've seen them play very, very well. Saw them playing in Athlone against Garryowen, and they beat Garryowen that day. MacGyver, long pass out, but there's nothing going right. Andrew Thompson tries to get hold of that ball. He does. He passes back into Alan Quinlan. Good tackling there from Bucks, and the referee says it's going to be a scrum. First knock on was a Buccaneers knock on, and it's a scrum to Shannon. But you know, teams have days like these. Shannon now are having one of their better days. Down goes the scrum. Jimmy Screen and Noel Healy having a battle royal inside the scrum. Scrum has collapsed and it'll have to be reset again. Pat Murray looking on rather anxiously. Shannon have that 16-point cushion. held at the back by Anthony Foley again. Now he takes it and he passes out. Oh, that's a cheeky one to Andrew Thompson. Michael Galway, upended by Steve McIver. Jimmy Galvin sides his way through, still back. McNamara passes back to Anthony Foley. Foley looking for the line. Once again, McNamara, this time he tries to go himself. Pops it up for Colin McMahon. And it's away coming Buccaneers, but the ball had gone forward, had it? Yes, it has. It's offside, in fact. And there's nothing going on. Steve McIver having a little chat with the referee. The referee is giving, in fact, Steve a warning. And Steve has been told to button it. And he gets a yellow card. Eddie O'Sullivan chewing the old chewing gum. And the penalty goes over. And Shannon now lead by 19 points to 0. And that's the half-time score. Well, great first half for Shannon. Bucks with it all to do in the second half. A mountain really to climb here. Shannon going on all guns blazing. And into the second half now. Away come Buccaneers. It's their hooker there, Joe McVeigh. But it's Shannon who pinched it back. Marcus Horn, who's having a marvellous game here. Taken on by Alan Quinlan, Jimmy Galvin. Jimmy retains the possession there. Colin McMahon goes in. As a good flanker should, even though he's playing in the centre today. And there is Andrew Thompson. That's a wicked kick from Thompson. Beautifully judged. And poor old Buccaneers winger, Connolly, all he can do is just shepherd it into touch. Alan Connolly it was, who got ball and man together. Now there's Donovan there. And Pat Murray. Now to Shannon throwing, John Deegan to throw. Up soars Eddie Harvey. Galway to Anthony Foley, went round the front side. They've done that so many times this year. Ball once more again coming back on the Shannon side. And would you believe it, a turnover on the line. Full marks to Bucks there, turning it over. And it was Owen Brennan that came out with the ball. Oh, but the ball is slipping all over the place. But Shannon, I think, were offside on that occasion, were they? No, Shannon forwards having a word. Pat Murray, deep in thought, but he's happy enough, I'd say, the way things are going. Shannon have it once more. McNamara pops it up. Away goes Quinlan. He's taken off the headgear now. Back again to McNamara. Pop-up ball. John Hayes can't hold it. Ball is going all over the place. The referee is playing advantage. And he will bring them back now for the set scrum. John Hayes having a good game in the second row. And Buccaneers put it up the line. Huge crowd here supporting both teams. Buccaneers have brought a trainload of supporters, and that's an excellent take there by Rigney in the middle of the line. And another blast of the whistle. McIver wants to get on with it, but I think Buccaneers are going to have a shot at goal. And Captain Brian Rigney is called up. Allnut, Simon Allnut, now to kick for position on this near touchline. Allnut playing excellent rugby this season for Buccaneers, Simon Allnut, and also of course for Connacht. Good take there again. Stefford, Martin Stefford there, New Zealand number 8 for Buccaneers, who's played very well. And Martin Cahill was hurled back there. McIver, lovely pass from McIver to Allnut. Something on here now for Buccaneers. Conor Gormley tries to get through. That's the 22, the Shannon 22. You can see on your screens. Away goes Jimmy Screen. He rumbles around with the Buccaneers pack behind him. And they still have it. McIver has it again. And the other prop forward, Martin Cahill. But good tackling there from Noel Healy and from John Hayes. McIver has it again. That's great pressure from Bucks. Ball is coming back again on the Buccaneer side. McIver wants it now. The referee is playing advantage. I think Shannon offside. Buccaneers still have it, looking for the ball. McIver, I think it was knocked down, but the referee finally gives the penalty to Buccaneers. Shannon coming round offside there, and maybe they'll have a kick at goal now. Simon Allnut called up. Buccaneers desperately need points on the board. They're trailing by 19 points to 0. So this one is going to be a penalty. Surely just a simple tap over for Simon Allnut. Over she goes. So Buccaneers have opened their account. Shannon lead by 19 points to 3. Huge crowd here. Lovely afternoon for rugby football here. And it's great to be back at Thomond Park. Taken there by Marty Stafford again. And Brian Rigney with him. And it's Buccaneers now rolling it around. Trying to get some ground. Away they go. The Shannon battering ram still there. Ball is coming back once more to McIver. Changes to the direction. Pops it up to Martin Cahill. Cahill does well, but he's driven back there by Alan Quinlan. McIver has it again. Allnut pops it up for Stafford, but he gets Anthony Foley, the Shannon captain, straight in there. McIver once again. Allnut has it, but all the time Buccaneers are going back now. Their touch judge John Lonigan has spotted an infringement, calling up one of the Buccaneers players, and it's Brian Rigney. In fact, he's called up. No, it's his brother Cullum. Cullum Rigney has been called up, and there's his brother Brian. So big brother Brian says, Cullum, cool it, and it's a yellow card. So Shannon with a penalty just to clear their line. And they got a safe touch taken by Eddie Harvey. Harvey having a good game. Jimmy Galvin onto the trusty right boot. That's a huge Gary Owen. That's a real tester. Oh, fine take there from Robert Lee. Excellent play under the high ball. Away goes Galway. Ball is coming back. It wasn't coming back too quickly enough. And it's a scrum to Shannon. Shannon back on the attack again. Calling the shots here at Thomond Park. Scrum is going back, but Anthony Foley takes it forward. Gets it away. Lovely little half dummy there from Jimmy Galvin. The referee's playing advantage. Away it goes. That's a good little chip through there from Colin McMahon. And it's a 22 out. No idea Sullivan there. Anxious moments for him. Allnut restarts. And the ball now goes to Shannon fullback Jason Hayes. And taken there now by Owen Brennan for Buccaneers, and he gets the ball into touch. But as I say, Shannon calling the shots here, and our big supporters very appreciative of the Shannon effort. As I say, Shannon had to win this one. Great take by Michael Galway at the front. McNamara pumps it up. Out again Jimmy Galvin, a little chip ahead, but the referee says that Buccaneers a high tackle, so it's a penalty for Shannon. Now, Jason Hayes with the left boot to pump for position on that far touchline, and he does just that. So problems there for the coaching staff. John Hayes, he drives it forward, and Shannon have it again. McNamara flips it out. Halvey hands up one man, turns around, lays it back very well. Anthony Foley, and it's exemplary forward play by the Shannon pack. Alan Quinlan as well. The back row in tandem there. Frank McNamara passing it out. Andrew Thompson, a cheeky one behind his back to Michael Galway. So Shannon now comfortable, can try all these cheeky little moves. Away goes the burly Jimmy Screen, but it's another penalty to Shannon. Well, what will they do with this one? Calling up Andrew Thompson, and Andrew Thompson is going to have another kick at goal. Thompson kicks it for the post, and it's between them. Shannon increased their lead. They now lead by 22 points to 3. Andrew Thompson has found the range, and Shannon back in the attack. McIver trying to get away from the clutches of the Shannon back row. Owen Brennan now has it, and it's a penalty for Buccaneers. Tap, out she goes. Marty Stafford takes it on. Ball is coming back once more on the Buck side. They need to get into Shannon's territory. Back it goes for McIver to Allnut, kick ahead. That's a good kick, but Jason Hayes sees it, comes up, pumps it down, and she goes straight into touch. Jason apologises to the forwards, but he has played very well today. And she goes, and Anthony Foley takes it to Alan Quinlan. Oh, terrific. Back to Anthony Foley. Can Foley make it to the line? Oh, terrific turn of pace there from the Shannon captain. A beautiful try. Absolutely marvellous try there. Marvellous try from the Shannon captain. And who says Anthony Foley is on the slow side? Well, he showed a clean pair of things there. A miscue of the throw-in. Anthony Foley takes it the back. Alan Quinlan, he knocks off a tackler back into Anthony Foley. And from the 10-metre line, Foley, well, there was no one going to catch the Shannon captain. In he goes. A wonderful try. One of the best tries I've seen here at Thomond Park. And Andrew Thompson kicks the convert. Shannon 32, Buccaneers 3. A terrific play from the Shannon team. And their captain, well, he'll have a few points on that, I'd say, tonight. Back on the Buccaneers side once more. Jimmy Screen goes round with it. Jimmy and Martin Cahill, two excellent props. But Martin drops it that time, taken away. And it's Michael Galway. Gets his pass in. Derek Kirby, who's come on as sub, does well. Retains the ball. Frank McNamara back inside to Galway again. Anthony Foley. Foley full of running here. Taken on by Eddie Halvey. Halvey looking for the try line. Just held up short and the ball goes forward. Buccaneers have it. Well, Eddie Halvey said, well, anything you can do, Anthony, I can do better. He wanted to get in for the try, but just couldn't. Buccaneers now have it on their own line. And we're now coming into injury time in this game. Ball is pumped down the field. Has it got into touch? No. Alan Quinlan. A little cheeky throw to hand. Of course, Alan has played a little bit of Gaelic football out there in Tipperary. Frank McNamara pops it up to Marcus Horn. Of course, Horn, the try scorer, and has been all over the pitch here. In fact, really could be awarded man of the match at the end of this game. Marcus Horn, a most versatile prop, big strong lad. Down goes the scrum. Frank McNamara puts it in again. Anthony Foley takes it to back. Mike Galway with him. Shannon drive it forward a few more yards. Coming back again, it's Horn. And it's Horn in for the try. Marcus Horn scores his second try. Well, really good prop forward score tries. To score two tries, I would say, is the equivalent of walking on water for a prop forward. Marcus Horn was there just on the short side. Frank McNamara went in, popped it up. Marcus went low and hard and in for the try. Terrific try for Marcus Horn and Andrew Thompson. Can he improve on that? Yes, he does. 36 points to 3. Well, the 2 points definitely going to Shannon. Terrific convert there. And now we're playing out the dying moments of this game. Once again, it's back on the Shannon side. Derek Kirby did well there. Got it back to Michael Galway. Going back again on the Shannon side. Alan Quinlan just sells the old dummy there. McNamara on the short side again to Galway. Galway says, I've run enough today. But Marcus Horn goes forward a few more yards. Eddie Halvey gets it out to Andrew Thompson. Thompson coming back once more on the Shannon side. McNamara pops it up. Jimmy Galvin takes it off his toes. Long pass out from Conor Burke. And the referee has spotted the knock on. And the referee now blows for full time. Well, an excellent result for Shannon. Commiserations to Buccaneers. Well, notice of Shannon's demise have been greatly exaggerated, and they had a terrific win there against Buccaneers this afternoon. They now go down to Temple Hill to take on Cork Constitution in a few weeks' time for a playoff in this year's competition. Buccaneers, for their part, came here with high hopes. They were playing very well up to this match, but for their part, they met a Shannon team who were greatly informed. Buccaneers now play Lansdowne in Ballinasloe in a few weeks' time for their playoff in the top four. And wouldn't it be great to see Shannon, Buccaneers, Garryowen and whoever in the top four stages of the competition. Now we go down to Tom Clifford Park, and what a difference a day makes. Beautiful weather out in Thomond Park on the Saturday, but